Hi, Lions. I'm so glad you're back for another lesson. Today, we're going to learn another R-controlled vowel. So I'm excited to show that to you today. All right, before we get started, we're going to do a little warm-up. I'm going to say a word, and then I want you to drop or delete the last part of the word. So, for example, if I were to say far, I want you to drop R. So what would be left would be f, because R makes far, okay? So you're going to drop the R sound. Here we go. So the next word is star. Drop R. What's left? St. Very good. Our blend, st, like stop, stir, stay. Okay, the next word is jar. Drop R. What's left? J. Good job. Okay, tar. Drop R. What's left? T. Good job. Last word, far. She jogged a far distance. What's left if you drop R? Good job. So that might give you a clue as to the R-controlled vowel sound we're learning today, because it is R, R. R is an R-controlled vowel, which makes an R-controlled syllable. And what that means is the R, we can call it the bossy R. It distorts the sound of the vowel. So when you see AR together, you're going to read it as R, as one sound, instead of making each individual sound. And the picture to remind us of the sound that AR makes is in art car, because art has the R sound at the beginning and car has the R sound at the end. I think Mrs. Ottinger would like our art car. So I'm going to hang this up so that we can refer to it when we need to, when we're reading new words and when we are spelling. And it's next to our other R-controlled sounds that we've learned. Okay? Okay, so let's review the sounds that we know. Remember, this is R. Together, R. Your turn. Just like the art car. And this is an R-controlled vowel. All right, let's keep going. So our other R-controlled vowel that we've learned sound is And there are 3 different ways to make the sound. This is one way. Together, Your turn. Good job, Lions. This is the other way to make together, Your turn. Good job. Okay, and this is, of course, our silent E syllable. So the E is silent, but it helps the vowel, the first vowel, make a long vowel sound. So this is U, like the unicorn. Together, U. Your turn. And remember, the U has a second long vowel sound, and that is oo. Together, oo. Your turn. Good job. This is a vowel pair. Remember, when you have 2 vowels, that's a vowel pair because a pair means 2. And when 2 vowels go away walking, usually the first one does the talking. So this says E. Together, E. Your turn. Good. Just like the eagle, we know there are 3 different ways to make the long E sound. Ing. Together, ing. Your turn. And this is a suffix, which is something we add to the end of a base word to make it mean it's happening now. I. Together, I. Your turn. Good job. This is another one of our silent E syllable types. The E is silent, and it helps the first vowel make a long vowel sound. And this one is just like ice. So if you forget what sound the long I is, think of ice. A. Together, A. Your turn. Good. Just like the acorn. And this is, of course, another silent E syllable. O, together, O, your turn. Just like the open door. Together, your turn. Good. Show me our hand signal we use to remember the sound of eh. Remember, like the edge on my poster back here? Good job. And this, of course, is a closed syllable. Closed syllables mean that after the vowel, there's a consonant that's closing the door, blocking the sound. Okay, this is another suffix, which is something we add to the end of a base word, and it makes it past tense. It already happened. And we know there are 3 different sounds that the past tense suffix can make. The first sound, t, together, t, your turn. Second sound, d, together, d, your turn. And the third sound is id, together, id, your turn. Good. And if you're not sure, you just think of the base word and how you would say it, because what is in print will match how we say it. Together, your turn. Show me the hand signal for the sound. That, of course, is the octopus. So show me your tentacles. Good job, lions. J, together, j, your turn. Like the jump rope. And this, of course, is a digraph. Remember, a digraph is when you have 2 or more letters, so in this case, 3 letters, that make one sound. E, together, E, your turn. This is the silent E syllable because the E, the second E, is silent and helps the first one make a long vowel sound. And this is, of course, one of the ways to make the equal sound. I, together, I, your turn. And this is a closed syllable because there's a consonant after the vowel. So it's closing the door, blocking its sound, and so it can only say the short sound. Show me the hand signal for I. Do you remember it? Like you have an itch, because you hear the is sound at the beginning. Okay, this is another suffix that makes it plural or more than one. And here we know we use is at the end of base words that end in ch, sh, x, and s. So when you see this at the end of a word, it says is. Together, is. Your turn. And this is a suffix that we add to words that end in those 4 different spellings. E, together, E, your turn. Good job. This is a vowel pair because it is 2 vowels. So when 2 vowels go a-walking, usually the first one does the talking. Okay, this is our other way to make something plural that you add to the end of a base word and has 2 sounds. First sound, s, together, s, your turn. Second sound, z, together, z, your turn. Good job. Together, your turn. Show me the hand signal for Remember, it's the apple, so we pretend like we're picking an apple from the tree. Ch, together, ch, your turn. Good. Just like the choo-choo train. And this is another digraph. Remember, a digraph is when you have 2 or more letters, so in this case 3, that make one sound. Together, your turn. Good. This is our closed syllable. Can you show me the hand signal for Remember, it's the up arrow. Good job. Okay, let's try those sounds in words. Okay, so the first one, all right, well, we see AR, which is an R-controlled vowel, but then we also see an E, which is silent E. So when you have R-controlled vowels and a silent E, you have to try it both ways and see what sounds right. So we will try it with the R sound and just ignore the silent E. And then we'll try silent E with a long A sound to see which one's right. So R, far. Well, far is a word, so that certainly sounds right. But I know that when I spell far, it looks like this. So this can't be far. So now let's try it with a silent E, which would mean this is a long A. So let's try it with a long A and a silent E. Air, fair. So this word is fair because we spell far like this. Now this fair is not like fairness when you are playing in a way that makes sure everyone has the same rules and gets to play in the same way and everyone gets a chance, an opportunity to participate. This fare is the kind of fare where you pay, like if you're in a taxi or if you're taking a bus. It's the money you pay to use that transportation. So there's the fare, like fairness, is actually spelled like this. So a different way to make the long A. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and look at this word. I see a vowel, consonant, consonant. So what syllable type is that, Lions? Yes, it's a closed syllable. Closed syllables, remember, when you have consonants after a vowel. And when that happens, you have a short vowel sound. So let's spell that or read this with the short U. Crust, crust. Like the crust on a pizza. Okay, we have AR. There's no silent E, so we know this is R. Remember, we read our R-controlled vowels as one sound. R, P, arc, park. Okay, let's look here. I see an S at the end, so I'm going to cover that up and just look at the base word. So we have AR, which is R, but then we have silent E. So we need, kind of like the word fair, we need to figure out what would make sense. So let's read this first with the R sound. K, R's. Cars, that makes sense. But just like I know far is spelled F-A-R, I know car is spelled C-A-R, not with an E at the end. So this can't be cars. So instead of following the R-controlled vowel rule, we're going to use the silent E rule, which would mean this is a long A sound. K, airs, cares. Like the mother bird cares for the baby bird. Cares. So far, when we have a silent E and the R-controlled vowel with an A, the silent E is what rules, okay? So that's been the case with two of our words. So cares. Okay, UR is another R-controlled vowel. So this will say because we know UR says like those other two are controlled vowels. So burp, burp. We do not burp in the Lion Cafe. IR also says So let's code it as an R-controlled vowel. So we know IR will say stir. Okay, let's cover up. We see the past tense suffix and consonant, consonant. So we know this is a short vowel. Pack. And then let's think about, would it be packed, packed, or packed? I packed my suitcase. So the way you figure out the sound it's going to make is how you would say the word as if you were speaking. So packed. Okay, AR is an R-controlled vowel. So this will say R. K, R, car. Now we have EA. That is a vowel pair. So we have a long E sound. Read it with me. B, eek, beak, like the beak that a bird has. Okay, we have ER. And we learned the other day that usually when there's a silent E and you have ER, usually it is the R controlled vowel sound. So let's read it that way. Nerve, nerve. And nerves are fibers inside your body that send signals to your brain and some of your other organs. They send sensations. That's where the expression someone's getting on your nerves came from, because it's how it makes you feel. So nerve. EE. What syllable type is that, Lions? It's a vowel pair. You're right. So this is a long E. Here we go. St, ear, steer. Like I'm steering the steering wheel on a car. Okay, and we're actually going to stop there. I know we had a few more words, but you could, if you would like, you could pause this and you could read these last 3 words with someone at home. But because of time, we're going to go ahead and stop here, and we'll pick right back up with some sight words and spelling and read a story together. All right, I hope you join me tomorrow. Don't forget, our new sound today is an R-controlled syllable or an R-controlled vowel, and it is R, and it sounds like art car. So our new sound is R, and it is an R-controlled vowel. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.